in this way because non-greed is functioning. Another example, for instance, now a certain party is ruling over the state. Party A is ruling. Now before that party B was ruling. And before that party C was ruling. Now this party A, having captured power, eliminates party B, party C. Both these parties, B and C, are dysfunctional, they can't operate. They have no power over the governmental machinery. They are like any other citizen like you and me, who are powerless ever. And we want to be powerless anyhow. So, now here you are. So when you have a good karma motivated by generosity, non-greed means generosity, non-hatred means loving kindness or compassion, metta, etc. And non-delusion means wisdom. Now when you are motivated by any of these three wholesome karmic, roots, these three wholesome karma mulas, then the unwholesome one gets eliminated automatically, because both cannot coexist. Bad and good, these two cannot coexist. Either they will be good or they will be bad. So, the bad one, when it gets eliminated, the greed gets eliminated, the greed induces karma, that is intention. So that intention, karma also gets eliminated at the mental level. And when it gets eliminated at the mental level, the bodily and verbal, translation cannot take place. So you can, by making up your mind to stick to your sila, Panchashila let us say, for the upasaka, upasikas, by sticking to your sila, you automatically eliminate the possibility of greed, hatred and delusion and the karmas induced by these. You eliminate them, abandon them. Now when you have eliminated, let us say the party number B is eliminated. What will happen? The party number A is ruling, so it will bribe. Now that is the unfortunate reality, what is happening, and it should never happen in a good democracy. Now for instance, the olden democracies of, let's say in Britain or other European countries or America, they don't have this phenomenon at all. Buying over MLAs, and then you hijack them and take them to Hyderabad or somewhere and keep them in a jail, so to say, in a big mansion, and so that they cannot come and, undo their machinations here. Now this is happening in this democracy anyway, and all the evil results of that, all the painful results. Thousands of people who have no home, they are helpless now, they can't get anything. So you can see, when B, you say A is in power, B is eliminated, then it is made not only dysfunctional, atrophied, so to say. That means they become paralyzed. You have got a hand, but the hand is paralyzed, it can't function, it can't work. It's gone. It's as good as dead. So these other parties fear that their MLAs are being purchased, so they become paralyzed. And this is how democracy is completely outwitted, and you can see what happened, the consequences. So if you use the same analogy, it's only an example, not that it works exactly that way. Now if you are doing good deed, kusala karma, you automatically eliminate akusala karma. The roots of akusala karma, lova dosa moha. And thereby the karma itself also is eliminated. Now, the implication, you have, let us say, we have done hundreds of thousands of karmas in the past life, or in this very life. Now the bad karmas we have done, if they don't get a chance to sprout, so to say, they are now within in the stream of consciousness. They are just flowing along with the mind, with the consciousness, with this river of mind. Now if they don't get a chance to sprout, so to say, to come up and get activated, then they get atrophied by sheer getting weakened and weakened. This party number B is getting weakened and so on. So there is no chance of getting into power again. Now that is the theory anyway, but whether it works or not is a different story. But in the case of karma, we are using as an analogy, that's all. But you can debilitate the effect of past bad karmas. You can weaken them so that they cannot sprout out. They cannot come out and produce a result. Now let us say in this life, you have done certain bad karmas in the past and they can, express themselves in this life. They can come out and produce result. Suppose as a layman, Panchashila you are following, you keep on practicing your Panchashila very, very sincerely and you meditate on top of that and keep the mind clean. There is no chance for all those bad karmas to come and sprout and give result. So by doing these good karmas all the time, when your time comes to pass away, you are reborn in the Devaloka or in the human loka at a higher level. There are human beings who live the life of a evil spirit or an animal. And there are human beings who live the life of a God, of a divine being. So you are now, if you have, through your good karmas, acquired so much of punya, that you are born in a very high state as a human being or in the divine plane. So you have outwitted all those, karmas which you would have, acted in this particular life. So they become what is called ahosi kamma, or dysfunctional and then paralyzed, defunct. So by a set of karma, you can overcome another set of karma. Now this message is the most hopeful message indeed of the teachings of the Buddha. So in this sutta, the example given of the good karma is, again the bija, I will read it out. Suppose seeds that are not broken, not rotten, not damaged, capable of sprouting and well embedded, and a man were to burn these seeds, they are well embedded on the field, they are all there. He takes some hay or some dry grass and on, they spread on the soil and put the whole thing on fire. All the seeds get burnt. Now he burned these seeds with fire. After burning, reduced them into ash, and after reducing them into ash, he were to winnow the ash in a strong wind or cast it to be carried away by a swift stream. When those seeds are thus rendered, useless, will not be able, now those seeds are having been rendered useless in this way, they are cut off at the very root as a seed. And they are made like a palm tree stump which cannot grow into a tree again, and rendered incapable of coming up again and not to be subject to arising anymore in future. So those karmas which you have fructified in this life and you have made them dysfunctional, they cannot arise anymore because you have burnt them up by your good karma. It's as simple as that. That is why Lord Buddha said, Sila is the very foundation of spiritual life, which simply means make an end of this repeated, recurring existence of samsaric existence. By doing this good karma, you give no chance to to the bad karmas you have done in the past to come up in this life. And thereby they can't fructify again in future. You have, so to say, you have burnt them up, made them dysfunctional or defunct. Now this hopeful message that by karma you can do away with all karmas, it must be kept in mind. And in this process, this speculation about a soul or about from life to life a soul traveling and all that, absolutely unnecessary theory. They have no relationship whatsoever. It's a karmic force. It's not a permanent thing. It's not the same seed that becomes 1,000 seed. No. The characteristics of the first seed, as a hereditary law, is passed over because it has to get exhausted. Once you do a karma, it must get exhausted in the form of producing a result. So there is nothing permanent in that karma anyhow. So this message should be kept in mind, and you must understand therefore the importance of practicing Sila and Samadhi and Panya. The Noble Eightfold Path is not a theory. It's a matter of life. You live this in this very life. So follow the Shila, practice the Pancha Shila, however difficult they may be. But no compromise, and follow them. Practice meditation and clean up the mind, purify the mind. Shila purifies our actions, karmas. And Samadhi purifies the mind from where the karmas arise. And Panya or wisdom purifies intelligence factor and brings about the intuitive insight into reality. And it makes an end of all karmic forces and thereby all defilements of mind and thereby freedom from rebirth. Because rebirth occurs due to karma, which is motivated by defilement. Now this is the message of this sutta. We will continue in this series to discuss about action because ultimately it is our action that liberates us, that creates what we are, our destiny. What we are going to be in future will come from our action. So be mindful of action and then you can decide on what kind of destiny you want to have. With this we conclude. May the blessings of Lord Buddha, his teaching, Dhamma and Sangha surround your life with wisdom. May you all be happy and well.